every fire generates its own wind, so anything that actually produces a convective plume will draw winds in order to replace the air that's been pushed upwards. Whether two adjacent fires are going to interact in some way, isn't necessarily known. We do know that small fires can be influenced by a large fire, but whether two large fires joining together are going to react in some way, we don't know. The other aspect is that when you've got a large amount of energy being released by a broad area of fire, you can get what's called pyrocumulus cloud forming at some altitude. And although most times these clouds don't have enough moisture in them to actually produce rain, the ionised particles that are generated in the fire itself can actually result in lightning within that cloud. And quite often the lightning can strike the ground downwind of the main fire and actually start new fires, which is a major problem. Difficult to determine what a fire tornado actually is, and it's possible that the vortex may have formed because of the fire. A vortex will form wherever there's a shear in airflow. So you've got two passages of air passing each other, and in the middle you'll get a vortex. At the bottom end of the scale, wind going around a tree can do that. As you go up in scale, wind going across a hill or something can also do that. The immense energy that gets released in very large fires can also induce shear and form vortices. Now, we don't know whether those things are what's actually generating what people call fire tornadoes, but they may last long enough to actually have a coherent structure and do some damage. I would assume that, given the intensity of the fires that have been burning in New South Wales, that these things have been occurring. It's just that no one's been there to see them or pay any attention to them. What is really rare are the large destructive vortex winds that have been sort of associated with very large wildfires, and this is where trees can be snapped off. And that the only evidence that there was something like that is that there's all this path of broken trees.